Hi guys. I'm gonna wait a few more minutes here. Hi everybody. Welcome, welcome in. Look at that. We already have people loving what we do here. Love it. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hi Muffin Top. Hi Muffin Top. My wonderful mod. Is Judy in the house? Donna? I haven't seen Donna in a long time. Where is she? We miss you. A1 Way Street, welcome in. Yeah, I haven't seen Donna. All right, you guys. Yeah, we have a few more minutes. Today's going to be extremely important video. Most of all my videos are, because they do show the truth as I hear it and know it. Nothing has been proven. And you have to hear from the authorities in order to see or hear really what's going on through the factual world. Hi. Hello, Kathy. I give you what I see. I give you what is thrown my way. And I tell you the Summer Moon Wells missing children story. Why? What's happening with Donna? Is she under the weather? The 1122 is King's Drive. Now, Rumpel, it's King's Drive. The house is, I believe, on Queens. It's on a corner. Interestingly enough, the 1122, I'm going to show you my presentation, is also the apartment rental place, but it's on 1122 3rd Street. 1122 also shows up in Quinton's case. So I just don't believe in coincidences. That's just too coincidental for me. But yeah, I looked it up. I got it on Google, and when I put it in, I put 1122 Kings Drive, and it came up for me. Oh, okay. Thank you, videos. Thank you. Yeah, so all of these cases really come together. And let's see. Yes, it's all the same. Isn't that crazy? Long hair, wild that it's the same 1122. Okay, welcome to WCIA Network. Everything I do and say here falls under Section 107, the Copyright Act 1976. Everything I do and say is for entertainment purposes, and until you hear from the authorities to be true and to be factual, and they have their facts in order, I'm just speaking through spirit, and I speak to you guys through entertainment purposes. I just gather all the things I want to gather or need to gather or shown together so I could tell you the story from the victim's viewpoint. From the victim's viewpoint, not from the one that is doing the sacrifices or the one that is bringing on this hurt and this horrific killing. It's nothing that I ever even imagined could be true. What I am seeing here is information that I didn't even know existed outside of horror shows. And it's not funny, but now when I watch, like all those, true crime stories on TV, now when you look at the true crime stories on TV after looking at this kind of a world, they are actually writing about this world. It's like, it's all the way down to the elements, and it's really strange because some of the newer shows actually show these elements. It's very crazy. So today I'm going to be going over all the elements that are within Summer Moon Wells, Missing Children, and this includes, someone said, don't forget about Dylan Rounds. Absolutely, I do not forget about him. Dylan Rounds information is just like this. Now, even though I don't pull from like a Quentin Simon today, or I don't pull from Michael Vaughn today, they're all part of this. So whatever I am covering and exposing are the same elements to all of those stories. So when I'm showing you in these 4 students' photos that are in the smaller photos, these little faces in the A, the maroon, the green, the white, the red, blah, 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 those are the same elements that are in all of the stories. That's how I could see them so quickly. That's how I could pinpoint them. That's how I know. That's how I know. Oh, thank you for that thumbs down. You know why? Because that just tells me that you're scared. You really don't want this to be busted open, either because you're a part of it or you're fearful that you're going to be thought of as your family is involved in this. So whoever just did that thumbs down, you're on a channel that is clairvoyant, and you're on a channel that reads people really, really well. Really well. So understand that it's extremely childish to come into a channel that is run by someone in her 56 years old who doesn't give a flying fuck if you put a thumbs down. Because all that says is you are here. You are here because you want to know what I'm exposing. You're here because you want to know what I know. And you are going to stay on top of what I expose. Why? Because you're terrified. Terrified. I understand that. Because I understand it, because everyone here is here to find and help the children that are going through this, that didn't have a choice. All of these cases we're working on, they raise money. They are making millions. Millions. Muffin Top, you're going to have your hands full. So block whoever you want. No, there are no warnings. You just keep it clean in there, and just block whoever you want to block. I'm going to close that. I'm going to close out chat for right now, you guys. Usually keep it open. I will open it towards the end. If Muffin Top, I don't know, is Judy here? For both of you guys, just do what you need to do, because this is going to get extremely intense, and I'm going to be showing you unbelievable information that matches for the last year and a half. Last year and a half, this shit has matched. So, and I am definitely getting eyes on my channel, and I'm definitely getting questioned by authorities that are using my information. You're never going to know about it. They're not going to tell you. They're not going to go over it with me. They're not. Because we are not law enforcement. We're not law enforcement. So what you are looking at was my choice of introduction, because this here are photos that I show often. KIELYRODNI's looked like this. This is KIELYRODNI's basket. Okay? What you're looking in front of you from the 4 kids, the 4 students, is no different than what you see in KIELYRODNI's as well as the other cases. It might present in a different circumstance, and it might present outside of what you've used to seeing it in. Like here, they're supposed to be at some freaking food truck. They're not at a food truck. They are not in a food truck or at a food truck. This here is no different than this. It all has the same information, and it sits in its own little basket. So when you look at these photos from the night they went missing, go into the smallest window, because it's the smallest window. Let me pull this up. That gives you the truth. All the way in the smallest window is not someone flipping burgers. It's sacrifice. It's sacrifice. Here is inside the truck. This isn't a food truck. Now what they did is they used the food truck as a cover up. They used the food truck as that deep fake. I'm going to show you that today. KIELYRODNI's had a deep fake. Quentin Simons has a deep fake. SUMMERWELls has a deep fake. Michael Vaughn has a deep fake. All of them have a deep fake. You could tell that I'm really getting close to a lot of shit, you guys. It's quite ignorant of the people, but it's kind of funny. Kind of funny. Okay, I am going to start with a couple things I need to review that when I went back into my own videos, I realized I didn't give it enough the time that it needed, because I feel as if this is very important. Okay, so long here. This is for you. Look at the address. Look at the address of the rental apartments. The address of the rental apartments is 1122. This one, the person's name here has nothing to do with the story. It's just the person who rents these places out. This here is 1122 East 3rd Street. This apartment complex is 1.9 miles away from the front door of 112 Kings. This apartment complex has lots of different houses, apartments. They do apartments and houses. So this here, again, has the same numbers. I came across this only because when I put in 1122 Kings Drive, it kept bringing me to this. So because of that, I was like, well, I really need to go look at this shit, right? And I did. This apartment complex has all of 6 photos. 6 photos with 7,760 views. That is a lot of views on these horrific photos. I know I showed this the other day, but I need to show it again. I need to show this again, you guys. I sent this all in. This is a place, this is a place that I sent to the authorities like 5, I'm going to show you in the beginning of this. I sent it in 2 days ago, so it gave time. I sent to the authorities places to look. Just places to look that are really no skin off their back, and they're right there anyways, right? I don't know. She's just someone who works for the company. Jenna Tolles doesn't mean, I have no idea. She's not part of my story because, no offense towards her, I don't care about her. What I care about is that this is the Summer Moon Wells Missing Children story. These are the elements that the children receive when they are taken into a situation that is of sacrifice. This stuff is so apparent to me and so obvious. One of these, this was one of, yeah, it's disgusting photos. This is one of the photos. It's almost so clear to me that it's embarrassing that it's up. Like, the information is so loud and clear that to me it's a slam dunker. These are Easter baskets inside a basket. In the Easter basket is the child's stick. Each child has a stick. They get an Easter basket. And although I don't know what those white things are, but they're there. Each child gets a stuffed animal. They get a blanket. They get a toy. Copy. And pajamas. They get to select their shoes. They don't go in there with shoes on. They give the shoes to them. So when I see this, it screams Summer Moon Wells Missing Children. Correct. The pipes here are just like the pipes used. Whatever this situation is, it uses water pipes. And the rooms have the water pipes. What room looks like this? Not a room you would rent. Because the way that wall is, it doesn't even look like... it looks like it's just a piece of plaster separating the wall. But this is an area that I thought was important enough to show again. And that's because, to me, this is a location that needs to be checked out. It needs to be checked out. Each one of their photos tells a story. Understand that when someone just puts... Now, this person is taking photos to put up to rent this place, right? There's things that are put in here on purpose. But each child has one. Each child gets one of those water bottles. They each get one, you guys. It's like a sippy cup. It's right there. It's empty. To me, what I hear spiritually, this child was here and gone. And this is just, they're wrapping it up. This is information that would match up to a child, down to the stuffed animal, the pajamas, the blanket, the shoes, PJs, all of it. And that's a crate. I know what these crates look like. The water bottle is empty. The water bottle is empty. But the only reason I really looked at this is because it's a blue box, and the grates in the front, it's all too familiar to me within my third eye. It's so familiar that it's hurting my head. There's water all over the ground. It's seeping in. And that toy, that spin toy, these toys, you guys, I've seen them before. Yeah, you look at, for a year and a half now, whatever it is, you look at all these houses with children. Yeah, you're going to see toys. But no, there's a rhyme and a reason for each of these toys. When you look down the hallway, this is where I get completely creeped. And when you look closer to the bed, it has the letter A on it. It has the letter A on it. The letter A is also showing up in the cement. We all know that the letter A is very significant in telling the story. It's part of the story. It's right here. And it's there. It's, I don't care if she added it after she put the picture up, but these right here, here's the A and here's the stick. Okay? Here's the A. Here's the A far away. Then I blow it up. And then there's this glove with this shit on it. Now, yeah, you may not see it. You may be like, I don't see it. Don't feel bad, because a lot of things that I wind up showing, you don't see it. It's more important for me to get the story out there and to get the story heard than it is for everyone to see all the elements. It's not about that. It's about telling you that this is the story. They're leaving information. This child is gone. The information that is left are elements I've been looking at. These little pieces of, I don't know what they're, white shit. And this apartment complex is showing it right in 6 photos. No one has 6 photos so dumb looking like this with 7,000 plus hits. Unless it's a particular group looking at it. So when I go look at people's videos, like people I know that maybe they have a good channel, I don't know, CDA, I go and look sometimes just at how many views. The ones that have like ridiculous amount of views and their information really isn't any better than what I'm putting out there, any of us are putting out there. But it's because a particular group is looking at it. Because that's where they're getting their information from. That's where they're getting their information from. So this here is an A, and this is the green, the white, and then there's the maroon. Everything's the same. Here's the red box. Here's the stick. Here's the green 5. This section shows all of it. Here, this is turning into a head. Like, none of this stuff should be showing anything. So I don't know if you see that, but It's telling me the story. The story goes that this person's already sacrificed, wrapped up, and ready to go into the garbage. This is already a sacrifice that's been done in this room, and they're done. It's open for rent. They're waiting for this shit to be taken out. Here's the head. Here's the A on the head. Here's the maroon, the white, the green. Here's the red box right here. Here's their stick. Here's their basket. It's what I see. Here's a green head. It's just what is shown. It's what is shown. It's what is shown. So everything that I look for within a photo, I've seen the elements for months. This location is doing something they shouldn't be doing. These are not photos that you show 6 photos to rent a place. To rent a place. Where's my... Did I throw it out? Oh my God, you guys, my ears are buzzing. It's always a good thing. Must have whipped that thing out. It's not. I'm hoping that they follow through and they go and check this place out. Cement, wet cement and piping. Maybe that's why they need the piping in the water. But this all needs to be looked at closely. Very closely. Now, I know that there's been some symbolism put inside these pictures. Now, I'm really interested the day that we find out how they do that, right? How they do all that. I would think that maybe someone would be able to answer. But there's always this number 5, but this is under the plumbing. And for some reason, she's the one who shows it. She shows this. It's very important for her to show. And then this to me is strategically tells the story. And there is that water pump. And it has the broom, the stick, and it's in this room. And I said that this needs to be looked at. And you know what? Nothing's coincidence. Just by it being 1122 East 3rd Street, and they pop up, and it's just too coincidental. That's why also it needs to be looked at, because it's too coincidental. It really, really is. This is inside the room. They are doing this inside room 50. So I showed this before because this is a room that is under, see how it's underneath the stairway. It's a location that is really, really crucial to look at. See, this one is 1122 on Kings. You know what's so interesting, you guys? I don't know how this happened. Do you see the doors? And I looked, this is all from Google Map. The doors are doubled. in this photo. Now, I didn't do that. I don't know how that happened, because, I mean, all I did was put the magnifying glass over it, but that was just really weird to me. So I'm showing you this. This is 1122, 1122. And then what I wanted to see is, I know that I had some confusion. A couple, I don't know if it was yesterday, I'm losing my mind with the days, but this here I now understand, because this is the front of the back of the house. I was at the other side of the house. The picture to the left probably has their names on it, but I'm assuming that that is their name. I don't know. I don't see it as their name, but someone did bring up a really good observation that I think that the two of them were, the boyfriend, girlfriend, were up top. And then the other two were on the second floor. Could someone let me know if that's right? And then the roommates were on the first floor. The photos are just really... Google Map just gives really freaking weird photos sometimes, and it shows itself, and I can't explain it, but you know, they haven't found any evidence. I really do still feel in my heart they need to go over to that frat house. That frat house really had a lot of information, and I didn't know. I learned this today, you guys. I don't know if everyone knows this, but that couple was at the frat house and then came over here. Look, it's in the window of the upstairs. This thing. Oh. So, I'm sorry, whoever is doing this knows what they're doing. Because this whole entire tree thing, now, mind you, you may not see it. I see it. So for those that are the guilty party, I see the game you play right here. See these elements? These are the same elements that show up in the trees. And they're the same shape, same information. So let me turn it and I'll show you what I mean. I would really like to know how the fuck they do this. So if you turn it, this is the story of the Summer Moon Wells missing children. This is the carriage ride. This is the ride of death. Let me put that up there. And this down here. Wow. Did you guys see this? This is at 1122. This is on Google Images. I know. I don't know if anyone here loves football, but who watched the that's why I did it at 3:30, because I watched the Michigan Ohio State game. Go blue. Did you guys see this? Put in number 1 if you understand what this is. Why would this be in front of their house? You guys, these are the elements. Yes, it's the horse head. It's a horse head. It's a dragon. It's a snake. This is this here. Put it this way. You guys are gonna crack up. This here, again, represents. Let me grab it. What you see here represents the elements that we've been looking at in every case that I go over. This here, oh, thank you. Yeah, go Michigan, go blue. Woo-hoo. This here represents these little guys. See? Represents these little guys. It's a horse head. It's a little green guy. Same thing. Same thing. Take a picture of that. So it's like they no longer can get away with this shit as long as I'm following it. And the first floor doesn't get touched. The first floor looks like it's clean. So this is around the corner going towards Queens Road. I would think that this is 712 Queens Road. Excuse my, I have massive dogs. Someone must be here. These are, I think, all attached. Let me see if someone's here. Wait 1 second. Hold on, I'm seeing if my husband could stop the barking. Here they come. I just circled this. Does it mean anything? Probably not. But I circled this stuff because I only see the story and I can only see the elements. Doesn't necessarily mean you guys see anything. So understand that I'm not saying, oh my God, there's a red Toyota truck up there pulling this thing and I see the yellow blah 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 and the blue. Like you're not gonna see all that. It's just when I look at items, it tells me a story. This is telling me the story. It's telling me to check this shit out. It's telling me to check it out. So that's why I send this to the authorities. There's nothing I could do with these photos other than present them and show them, right? This, I believe, if anyone could correct me if I'm wrong, I do believe that this is connected to the front of the house, the back of the house, but it's around the corner. this here tells me the whole entire story. And the only ones that know that are the ones that are the guilty. I'm going to tell you the story. Once upon a time, there was a girl named KIELYRODNI. KIELYRODNI found herself, was raised within a group that does this. It was her sacrifice for her. What you are looking at here is the car that took her to the water. Right here. Actually, what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to draw. I'm going to crop the car and put it in pieces for you. This is called channeling. KIELYRODNI's body was placed in a car just like this. Her basket that she sits in, that is metal, those baskets, what I am being told, get placed right in the car. Right in the back of the car. It gets placed on top of the car, not in the car. It gets placed on top of the car. Not in it, you guys. On top of it. This red thing here all the way to the end. Let me open this up. Copy. There are other cars involved, actually. Takes 3 to tango. So the big red piece is like her box. She's attached to it. She's attached to the front of the machine. She's blended in with the red piece. Then you have the yellow, the green, and the blue box. The maroon is what she's attached. That's what the red is. It will turn maroon. But this is the story. That the cars, you guys, don't have, the top gets placed on top of it. It gets placed on top of the car. That is a red car. The red car is the maroon. This house here is telling the story. Look at the tracks, and these things go on a track. See? On the bottom? That's under the water. This here is what I showed you guys on the edge of the water. So let's say this is a sandbar. This is a sandbar. This is what's under that, like a bridge like. See, this is like under a bridge. These are pieces of the bridge. This is like under it. They're showing it to you. These are the little cars. These are the little carts. These are the little houses that move through. They move through this system. See how this here is even different metal than what's up here? Because this is a bridge. This is under a bridge. These are hidden under the bridge. Right here. This is the sand. This is called channeling. In the red next to the flag looks like both. In the red. See, everyone, you're going to see something else. Everyone's going to see different things, but it shows up. I mean, all crazy things show up in here because they have control of it. See, now you're going to see something crazy here, there. It's going to be all over it, but what I try to really do is stay with the elements. Like around, I've got no more than 7, or else I get lost in the chaotic shit. And I did that in the beginning, and I stay away from it. So I know that this represents the bridge, and this truck or this car goes in backwards. See? It gets pulled in backwards. This is under the bridge. They're not even the same. It's not even the same fence. And this is the blue part. And it's telling a story. This area that shows pictures on Google Map tell the story. So I don't know where this is, but I think that they're looking for a white truck, right? This car is right next to, like, the garbage gets thrown away, and look at the elements on it. It's all the white, the maroon, the red, and the green head. That white truck is right next door. And these locations are a must to look at. I mean, they're a must. That's what's next door. And these photos aren't coming from video. These photos, you guys, are right off of Google. Right off of Google. I wanted to show you again, before I go into the other photos, the house. In the information here, I'm showing this again because this is what I sent them. This here, these are photos from Google Map. Google Map to me is, I mean, I can't do anything to these pictures. Those are the pictures that anyone could get, right? They're open to the public. This here location, now that I know, which I didn't know before, this is the house that the couple was at. I told you that back window, that I didn't like that back window, something sticking out of it. Whatever happens to these people, start from the bottom window and work their way up. You see? That's the A. This is where the sacrifices are. This is where the sacrifices are. And if they wanted to find something, they would go up this hill. Up and over this hill, you could find something. This is kind of like what we saw in the Wells backyard. Kind of the same thing. The sacrifice are being done right here. Right here. And this is a gateway. It's like what we see. This is what we see in the Wells had the same thing, but the LE missed their opportunity. I think Tim Mullen took everything down. But this might as well be the Wells backyard. Because in their backyard they had the same tree, the A-frame, and they had this thing. It's representative of the track. Even though it looks like this track that you see is the same. It's the same track that I just showed you. Wait, here. The only difference is they're presenting it differently. That's all. Because I follow my elements and I know them, wherever they're doing this here still represents the same thing that they're doing here. They are moving these sacrifices. These are moving. They're moving. That's what's happening. And that's why I follow my elements. Because if I didn't, I'd get all wrapped up like I did in the beginning. I told them to check under here and within the windows. All of this here tells a story to me, and the story is super loud. So when that happens, and when I say that to those that are new, it means that when I do work like this, I call in the spirits, I ask them to guide me, yada yada. So then I know when they're here and they're guiding me, compared to when I'm just giving my opinion. It's actually totally different, and you can almost hear the difference in my voice, which I didn't know until I listened back to myself. It's very interesting. There's a difference. See that A? That's really a marking through here, you guys. They have markings all the way up the roof, all the way up there. So this is what I sent to them, and I'm like, take it or leave it. And then they have one student walking across the grass, and when you zoom in, this is what she looks like. She's got that red thing around her neck. And it's really important. I feel better that I showed it. You know, really, I'm hoping that one day it helps solve it. And the reason I put this here is not to say that that gateway is in front of that door, but this is the same kind of gateway covered with grass that I showed in the Summer Moon Wells case. This was shown right outside of the shed, the second shed down the hill. When Benny went and he showed inside the shed, there are photos that make it look like there's a getaway door like this. So for the authorities that maybe are listening, I'm not specifically saying that that might be here. This is an element that is this is what it looks like. So when I show something like this, it's like their portal, that's a nice way of putting it, is covered up like this. It's in the leaves. It's in the bushes. It's camouflaged. It's camouflaged. They camouflage it like you do in the army. So if anyone that does searching and you're searching for maybe an entrance, this kind of information is saying don't overlook. If your gut feeling's like, oh, there's something behind there, or I really need to come back to that, do it. Yeah, this is something that has been shown many times, and it actually became part of my elements. So if they're going to show something like this, it needs to be looked at. Because somewhere, this exists. And I sent them this. This little house that shows up. So up to speed for anyone who just came in, I went over information that I actually sent in that I thought was important for the authorities to look at. What I'm now about to go into is apples to apples and show people that maybe have never seen it why and how I put these 4 students in a grouping with KIELYRODNI and the SUMMERWELLS missing children. The pictures I'm going to show you are just videos that anyone could get. I pulled the photos because they were shown to me and I clipped them. And this is how the story is told. When I have elements to follow and I see a picture like this, that probably you never really saw a picture like this, the elements that I see are the ones that I work with. And when the elements that I work with are shown like really clearly, then I know that this is part of where they had their sacrifice. This piece right here, and anyone that's been watching my channel, that's the number 5 like cement thing. Throughout the videos of the fake food truck, you could see the sacrifice that went on. This is the food truck. These are the photos that the authorities really need to look at. Because if you go to the smaller frames of these photos, you'll get the story. They're not in a food truck. Period. And people are still talking about the food truck. These are the photos that come from videos. Videos from their social media, the 4 students that were murdered. The photo of the boy on his rope comes from, and this is what I don't know if I put that out there last time, this is why I threw it in. It comes from the student's phone, from his phone. It's behind him. I don't have to talk about this, but I put this in here to show the authorities what to look at. I also showed them that I believe that this is a second door that hides something behind it. It's odd to me because I know the images in the window don't match up to anything that's going on in front of it. It just doesn't. So I'm bringing in some KIELYRODNI photos because they're the same as the 4 students. KIELYRODNI's video, what I see, you guys, and I'm going to put myself out there, I see a baby with them. I feel that I feel Kylie went with this little baby. And this is what this situation was. I feel as if Kylie had a baby. And when you look closer to the video, she's going into, I don't know if she's sliding into this thing. Now this to me is extremely similar and parallel to the photos at her, like it was like a vigil, or Sammy held, I don't know what it was, a fundraiser, I don't know what it was, but she said that was the night they said that they sacrificed her body. This to me is the sacrifice. This to me is her body with the baby going into like an incinerator of some sort. I don't know where they're going. But this is a photo showing that part of the process, you guys. You know, how much longer could the authorities go and just not stop and look at this? And you see the story here. The elements in this story match the elements in all of the stories, including SUMMERWELLS. The elements that are showing up on her body are the same elements. It's not even Jagger with her. Jagger isn't even here. She is being sacrificed. She is in her chair. She's in like the basket chair. That's what she's in. She's not in his arms. No, the face is deep faked. It's deep faked. It's deep faked. I don't even know if this is, you know, who Kylie is. We never met Kylie. You could see each face is different because it changes. Here, this one you could see a little closer look, and just trigger warning, because just, you'll see. If you see it, you see it. It's an eyeball. But this isn't the same face that you see up there. Kylie's head is in there. Kylie is really in there. See the eyeball? This isn't Kylie. See the mask? That's Kylie. So anyone that's here that is the guilty out of someone that has the thumbs down definitely knows what I'm talking about. There's the eyeball. This is what you see in Kylie's photo. That's Kylie's photo. It's not Kylie, you guys. That is not Kylie. This is Kylie. I tell you that they go with other people. There's a man here with her. This eyeball is different from that eyeball. This is a male that no one is talking about. No one's talking about it. It's quite interesting how the news or my God, big channels, like real big producer channels, big networks are not even talking about this. Like, that's a man's head on Kylie's shoulder. You see. It's on Kylie's shoulder. This here is someone. Right? That's a male figure. This is what they do. The picture over on the left-hand side comes from a photo that shows the same circumstance, but it's from Benny's videos. But what I'm showing you here, it's not about Benny. I don't care about him. It's got nothing to do with him, by the way. I'm showing you that this is a common element that they show. And it's all in their videos. This here shows the true KIELYRODNI and truly what happened to her as she was lifted off into the water. That's what just came through. So she was lift off. I've said that before. Lift off. You guys, they're being a lift off. That's come through my mouth before. See, Kylie was pregnant. You could even see her stomach. Whoever this is had a baby. KIELYRODNI is looking right at you. That I know. At least I could say the KIELYRODNI that we know of. I always say that because we really don't know. Unless I met her and I've had lunch with this girl and I've seen her, I don't know who she is. It's like if someone comes up to you in this grocery store, they could tell you their name's Judy when their name really is Muffin Top. Right? This is the real KIELYRODNI. Right before takeoff, right before what they do on the boat, right before what they did to Summer Moon Wells. Summer Moon Wells was in the same stuff wrapped around her. This is KIELYRODNI. Head on a platter in a basket. head on a platter in a basket. And the picture to the left, to me, it's so funny. It's almost like I could smell pregnancy. Like, I don't know what that is, but I feel like she gave birth to a fetus. And her unborn child went with her. Oh, maybe the unborn child went with her, so that unborn child in their head goes to a better life. Who the fuck knows? This is KIELYRODNI's video. It's not what you all think it is. It's a sacrifice that matches every freaking element that I have been reviewing. She was never on this dock dancing with her fake boyfriend. This black thing that goes on her face is the same thing that shows up in Don Wells' videos all the time. Covers someone's body. I don't know what it's doing. But whatever it's doing is what it's doing to KIELYRODNI. I think they're preserving some of this stuff. I think they're preserving, and I think that they have this thought process that they're going to a better world. They're going to be together. And someone is talking the other one into it. That's what's happening. And this is KIELYRODNI, and she's really not in Jagger's arms. She's sitting in the machine. She's getting ready for takeoff. There's her green face. The maroon. There it is. There's the maroon, the green, the white. She's attached to the machine. This is really what it looks like, I guess. It's really changing, and the reason it's changing is because we're telling the truth. See how it's going to get pixelated? This is the real KIELYRODNI. Not the one that they've been showing. None of it. None of it, she's saying. This here is what they do to all of them. To all of them. This is right before liftoff. This is the real KIELYRODNI. And this is really what happened the night that they said they danced. This is what happened. You know, it's that's a good thing. So to bring up, someone just brought it up. They mess with their videos. They deep fake. They change things. Blah 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 blah. And it's not always the same person. They want you to think it's Kylie, but it's not always Kylie. It's the Kylie that it's showing a Kylie that we know of, but doesn't necessarily mean they're showing the Kylie we know of that's pregnant. Maybe it's whoever she's with, baby or something, but it's one of the Kylies we know. This here is going, that stick is part of her. This rope or stick or whatever is going through her. See? I don't think you need to be clairvoyant or anything to get the feeling that they're looking at their baby. Her head is already in the contraction. She already has something on her face, just like Summer. Summer moon wells. There's a lot of summer moon wells. That's why I call them summer moon wells missing children. Look very closely to her neck and her chin area. She has the same equipment as I've been showing throughout all the cases. It is on her neck. You know, maybe it could even, when I turn it this way. No, wait. Wait. Wow, this is so summer moon. This is so summer moon, you guys. Wow. So look at that little box. See, it fucks with your mind a little because it's showing a lot of information. It's showing, it's layered. So imagine this little photo here that you guys are probably looking at, like what's going on with it. It has tons of layers. So it's showing you different parts of the sacrifice, right? But this is really what KIELYRODNI looked like. This is it. This is it. If you think that this is a normal photo, turn the channel. Literally, turn the channel. Because what happened to KIELYRODNI is what you're looking at. And she wound up in one of those little houses with other people. It shows right here. There's other people with her. She did not go alone. 1, 2. There's the A. And then this is the little baby. 1, 2, and then a teeny something right there. And that's her little A-frame house. This is what's happening to her photos. This is what happens to all the photos that are part of this case. All of the cases. This is what happens. Tells the truth. All this is doing is telling the story through the eyes of the children. You see, the eyes of the children. Maybe you could probably see it better like this. Sometimes to take away the noise from the other photos, helps tell the story better. So here you could see, you know, look at the bottom picture. Interesting. Part of my presentation today shows how there's always this man that has this hat on that shows up in all the videos from every creator. I'll show you that. But he wears a hat like this. Just I just recognize that for the moment. So this is KIELYRODNI. This is what shows up in her photo, you guys. This is the photo of her at the beach doing the dance with her fake boyfriend. This is the story. I think this is their baby. Oh my God, you guys have to stop staring. Urgh. So here what I'm showing you is I showed you a picture of one of the students. Actually, the only male student is to the left. To the right is Kylie. What's happening in these photos are the same thing. They're the same thing. They're doing the same thing. They match. They match. They just need to be flipped. But this here, is the same thing that the male student is doing. This is hers. And he's doing the same thing. It's all the same. All the same. No difference. Different day, different dollar, different team, different person. That's about it. They're doing the same thing. See that rope? Same thing. That face is in the video. It's not what everyone else is looking at. Why does Jagger have that red thing on his face? That's not even them. It's not them. The food truck, when you get a little closer, tells the same story. I mean, same story as all the other Summer Moon Wells missing children story. This guy all the way down to the right corner, his head is coming out of a box. Like, come on, no one's noticed this? There's a box around him. Right here. He's coming out of a box. And up on top, this is all from the students' video the last night. Wait, up on top, I see the little houses, the little boxes with the heads in it. That's what those boxes look like. Here's some photos. When you get a little closer, you see the truth. You guys, anyone that's been following me is probably like, yeah, those are the elements. These are the elements. Let me grab this one. Thumbs up, por favor. Okay, let me see. Thank you. Here we go. See, like this is in the corner there. This is a family. This is a family's box. This is an example of a boxed family. To the left, on the bottom, to the left on the top to me is another family. The bottom, that's the trap door. That's where they need to go look. This isn't a food truck. That's all I kept saying. It's not a food truck. It's not a food truck. In this fake food truck, this is what's going on. I already explained to the authorities how they could use this and get this. There's something, they're dropping those into a hole in the ground. This is the setup. This is the SUMMERWELLS Missing Children setup. You're welcome, Kathy Smith. Don't let them talk you into saying that this is a food truck. This is what's inside the food truck's video. It's almonds. Here, that is a close-up of, it's showing, it's trying to tell you that it's the boy in the food truck, but that's the cover-up. The cover-up is the food truck, you guys. It's always showing a little area with a couple heads, two or three. Usually it's three. This guy is opening and closing this door, right? This is what the doors look like. So if you take away the noise being the food truck, and focus, and me, myself, and I focus in on the elements, then I'm able to get the story straight. Here the elements are showing that this is the sacrifice location, and that they're coming out of these people are hiding, and they come down and into this location. This is a location where they go in and out of. And it's hidden behind a door. It looks like I almost said refrigerator. Wait, let me. Sorry, I'm listening. So what I see here Wait. Wow, it's really, each photo does tell a story, but the stories get louder and louder. Like this one just keeps getting clearer and clearer. What page is this? 43. Really, really what's important to understand is that this is all, first of all, this is all for entertainment purposes only. Just so you know that I'm showing you stuff and speaking as if it's true, blah, blah, blah. Nothing's been proven true. So this is called entertainment purposes, right? Here. Let's see. So you could obviously see a person in there too. Different information. This is not a food truck. So when I see a door like that on the right hand side all the way up there, I see it hiding behind something like this. Like that's the raw door. Like there's something goes over that. Something hides it. For sure. It's hidden. It's another layer in the wall. So here are elements in this food truck. You see in these elements the blue, the maroon, the yellow head, the silver, the bright blue. It's all here. This is the room where this shit happens. They're not serving food. This is what they're serving up. They're serving up this sacrifice. I've seen every one of these. Oh my God. Yeah. Benny Keys. Benny Keys has tons of photos. So now that I've found this, maybe what I'll do. The next one is an apples to apples, meaning I'll put them against other videos information. So this here, to me, is a 100% slam dunk truth photo. And this is showing what they're serving up. There's like blood shit going on here. There's sick ass shit going on here. But that's the machine. I was right when I said that that's the A. This is the machine. The front of it by the blue head is the maroon box. See all the wires coming out of it? This is huge. It's huge. Yeah, I'm going to match them my next video. I have some already matched up in here. So this is just a closer look at the elements that they're showing inside this fake food truck. It is all there. All there. So when I say that they go against a wall, like one side another, here, this is just showing it. And I don't know who this guy is, but he shows up in the video like this. And you could still see the elements in the background. But what I'm pushing here, most importantly, is this needs to be looked at. It can't be ignored. This can't be ignored. That's a face. These are faces staring at you from the fake food truck. Fake food truck. Grab us. Brighten it up. Look. And those are the elements behind it. It's machinery. All of it. So we've seen this. I'm going to put it next to the one you could see. This here is in here. This is an element. I've been showing this in Benny's videos, for months. This is what they do. And it shows in the video. Again, closer look. This is an apples to apples. They're real slices of information. The food truck shows the baskets, the equipment, the metal pieces, the number A on the box, and then it also shows the right hand corner, like those are done. Those are shipping out. Those are ready for takeoff, basically. And this here is a close-up of someone who is going into their sacrifice. This is what it looks like. This is just close-ups of some of the kids in the photos. The one on the left-hand side up on top is a really good example of how they layer these heads. I don't really understand it. What I do know is that they're all the same. Here. Nope. Here, let me put it up here. Meaning that they're all layered the same. They're layered up and down. Like so. One sec. Crop. Oh, get this shape. Okay, here we go. So here right there. This is a great example on this is how they layer. They're in the same house, same team, different levels. That's it, just different levels. These are real photos that are on his real YouTube channel. They show the elements. All this information comes from creators. It comes from the creators of YouTube channels. This here is like the moral of the story. You want to know the crazy thing? That green head is going into Plunder's ear. That's That's not Madison. That's Plunder. This green face right here. So I'm not sure if anyone knows her. I mean, could let her know that. And this here is the SUMMERWELLS missing children story, KIELYRODNI story, the Idaho story, Michael Vaughn's story, the Serenity story, Velo, the Watts. I mean, it's crazy. I think it is. I think it's crazy. Thank you for that one. This is real. And these are stories that are waiting to be picked up and discussed openly. I'm looking with you guys. And I have to get off soon. So what happens is there's so much in these photos right now in front of me this very second that I got to get off soon because I feel myself a little floaty. Like there's a lot, when there's a lot of information coming forth towards me, I go sort of like in a little bit of a trance, so I could hear what they're saying, and it's happening, and then my body jerks. It's like it's new. And anyone that knows, that saw, there was one that I basically stopped talking for like 17 minutes. So I don't want that to happen again, right? I really don't. This is the truth. And one day soon, this will all come out in the wash. Literally in the wash. Look at your videos, do your homework, try to play them slow and look at them slowly. Look at the pictures that are all the way far in the video and just pull them up front and take a look. Thank you, Muffin Top. You're the only mod here today. Thank you. I gotta get off. I gotta get off. I'm fighting it, and then I get really weird. All right, you guys, have a fabulous Saturday. Have fun on football tomorrow. Football today was great. Thank you all for being here. May justice come to these kids by the time we wake up tomorrow morning. To all of you, thank you. And please subscribe. Really, it's a thumbs up on your way out would be wonderful. And subscribe, and you'll get alerted to my lives, and all of that, or become a member. All of that is really great to support the channel. Whew. All right. Talk to you tomorrow. Good night, everybody.